All right, so let's have a look at this one. We know it's going to be y equals a log e x plus b. So the first thing I'd think about is looking where the asymptote is, but you can see this asymptote hasn't got a label on it. I sort of think it might be 4, but I can't just make a guess. But I do know 2 points. I know that when x is 5, y is 0. I know I've got 8 1, so 1 equals a log of 8 plus b. Look, we're just going to solve using CAS just because we can. And we get b is minus 4 and a is 1 on the natural log of 4. We will do that as a calc active, but we'll do others as calc free. So there we are. That one's not too bad. And just remember, it does give you the form that it's in. So let's look at 23. A equals e to the kt. Why is 6 when t equals 1? Sorry. Y equals a. Stop talking, it'll be better. Y equals 6 when t equals 1. And y equals 8 when t equals 2. So it's a bit interesting, isn't it? Because we haven't had... we haven't had one that looks like this, but it's still 2 simultaneous equations, but we can't add them or subtract them. It's even a bit tricky to substitute them. I'm just thinking, what strategies could I use? I could rearrange to get a equals, but I don't know. I reckon I might just do 1 divided by 2. And then I would have 6 over 8 equals ae to the b over ae to the 2b. And if I do that, the a's cancel out. And this will be 6 over 8 equals e to the minus b. Or we could say 8 over 6 equals e to the b. Just flip everything over because we know that this is just 1 over e to the b. So I've just flipped both of them over. Any other way is fine. So what do I know for b? Log with a base e, or the natural log of 8 over 6 is equal to b, but I probably should simplify that fraction. So there I've got my value of b. What else do we need to find? We need to find a. Sorry, the sizing, it won't resize. So I know that 6 equals a times by e to the power of the natural log of 4 on 3. And if you remember to what we did on Thursday, if we have an e to something to the power of log e, they undo each other. So this is the same as a times 4 on 3. And that was just one of the laws we had to remember. So that means 18 on 4 equals a, or we can say a equals 9 on 2. So you just need to try a variety of those questions, some with calculator, some without. I will keep going and just do this. Because G is the next one, so that's okay. Stop the video and have a go at this yourself, but I will keep going through it just because you might be interested in looking at the solution. So first thing I'm going to do is use the log laws to go the natural log of x squared minus the natural log of x plus 3 equals, and I think I'll just leave it as the natural log of 1/2. We'll just see what happens. So because of the log laws, when I subtract, I divide. So I can write this as the natural log of x squared on x plus 3 equals the natural log of 1/2. So that tells me that for these to be equal, this and this must be equal. So x squared on x plus 3 equals 1/2. 2x squared equals x plus 3. I'm feeling a quadratic factorising coming on. Look, you can do it all sorts of ways. I just sort of guess a bit. I go 2x, x. I know my numbers are going to be 3 and 1. So I don't really want the 3 there because then I'd get something to do with 6 and that wouldn't be any good. So what I'm going to do is put the 3 here and then the 1 here. So I get 2x squared if I made that plus, I could get plus 2x minus 3x minus 3, and that would work. I think that's the easiest way to do it. You can do it whatever way you want. A lot of you, I think, will go back and do the whole 2 times 3 is minus 6. Factors of minus 6 that add to minus 1. And then you go 2x squared minus 3x plus 2x. So I just use these numbers. You remember this maybe from year 10. And then I can go x, 2x minus 3, plus 1, 2x minus 3. And then you still get those same factors. But if you can just do it by knowing, by just being good at algebra, that's obviously pretty handy. So what do I have? X equals 3 over 2. X is minus 1, but X must be greater than 0. So X cannot be minus 1, so it doesn't hurt, right? X is greater than 0, therefore X equals 3 on 2 only. And you do have to reject this at some stage and not give both answers. Have we answered it? Yes, we have.